Next time on Hold My Popcorn, Murtaugh shoots a 12-year-old in the face.
He was too young for that shit.
Riggs falls in love in the men's room.
And Leo shaves his balls. All right, that was pretty good, right?
That was pretty good.
That was fun.
I think that was
All right.
I think it was good. What do you think, Max?
It was
I don't trust you, man.
It was fine.
That's when, like, you're on a double date and someone says that, and then everything kind of gets a little quiet after that. It's fine, Melanie.
That was the scariest F I've ever heard you pronounce before in our friendship.
All right, Tim, go ahead.
All right, here we go. Yeah, here we go. Hold on.
Good start.
I'm just trying to zoom my thing out here. Damn.
Tim's trying to start the car, but he didn't realize that it was a manual.
This month on Hold My Popcorn, Tim forgets how to read English.
You're flooding it, Tim. You're flooding it.
All right, here we go. Welcome back to Hold My Popcorn, everybody. Where tonight, you guys are for a great treat, because I'll be fumbling my way through and hosting this whole thing while I stutter and stammer and shit myself. And Max and John will enjoy the entire time. But tonight we're going to be doing one of my favorite movies, Lethal Weapon 3.
Woo!
The third best movie out of the bunch. Just so happens they go in order.
The third?
Yes.
Just because you're the captain now doesn't mean you just get to say that this is the third. You drew me into this, and now I say this is number one.
You think this is number one? Is that true?
It's definitely number two.
Okay, yeah, because you didn't really like the second one that much. But, so, you think number three?
So far, I mean, we'll get into it, and I'm sure that I'll be able to insert a few digits into some cavities over this topic. So we'll get there.
All right.
We'll get there.
You guys want to get into it, or actually, hold on, I gotta do the real thing. I gotta do the thing. Over in Nashville, Tennessee, we got Max Healy. Max, how you doing, buddy?
Tim, I'm doing great. You taking the lead couldn't come at a better time. Because as you guys know, these past few weeks, I've just been on the go, just getting in front of as many people as possible, drinking in really crowded bars, screaming all my favorite songs at concerts, visiting all those nursing homes. It's made me really tired. And all the coughing has kind of led to me sweating a lot, which is weird because I already had my flu shot.
That's great, Max. You're doing your civic duty. I'm glad you're out there spreading the word, spreading the good word of Jesus. And we also got our Sacramento masturbator over there in Sacramento, California. John, how you doing?
Oh, Timmy, the Sacramento masturbator is grounded. We got Sacramento County is in a shelter-in-place order, as well as Yolo County. True story, I live in Yolo County. Is also shelter-in-place, so I'm just going to have to simulate a freeway by standing on the corner of my tub.
I was going to say your coffee table.
No, it needs to be slippery. That's when it's best. It's when it's raining just a little bit because it adds a little bit of danger. And then, well, I don't want to go into how I tense my muscles in such a way to be able to throw just hurl these things at windshields and crack them. It's a human feat. How are you, Tim?
I'm okay. We're all up here in Boston. Apparently, we're told not to go out. Not to kiss people, which it seems it's kind of my favorite pastime, to be honest. Going out and kissing people, strangers, and against their will,
shoving your tongue down their throat.
Yeah, and so it's really been kind of a buzzkill for me. So not doing great. Tom Brady also leaving the Patriots. Sad day for us in New England. So that's how I'm doing, John.
That's not great. Fuck a virus, but Tom, he's leaving you. You're fucked.
Yeah, I know. It's way
you're fucked, buddy.
Tom Brady
it's
leaving
great.
is way worse than coronavirus.
Oh, it is over.
Quote
and
me on
I
that.
cannot wait to just be laughing at you and Max for the next couple of years.
Well, Tim, at least we got the Red Sox. Oh, wait. We also lost our best player in that team.
Fuck.
We got the Celtics. Oh, wait, that season's been canceled so far.
This is Boston sports turn. This is the turn. The 50 years of terribleness is about to start.
Yep. Let the drought begin.
Yeah, exactly. All right, boys, you want to get into it? You want to get into this masterpiece?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, this movie opens with the silkiest, smoothest, most delectable opening credit scene this side of James Bond, of a James Bond movie. And then we cut scene.
Terrible Eric Clapton song, by the way.
It's the worst Eric Clapton.
The song is not fire.
It's
This song is not fire.
Yeah.
Would you say it's ice cold?
Yes.
This song is a crime scene.
It's more like a fire extinguisher. It's just like it was there and it just got put out.
I have to break out of my role of like Lethal Weapon defender here and say that is like the least Lethal Weapon song to open up the movie with. It was so gross. Like, you need to open up a Lethal Weapon like White Snake or something like that. Like something fucking like some big titted woman just on the fucking Firebird just writhing around. That's the kind of song you need to open up.
Oh, like a cult.
Welcome to the Jungle. God, yeah. The song opened up with Welcome to the Jungle. Boom.
Yeah. Rock hard.
Go.
Rock hard.
Could you imagine? Okay, so picture this, and you'll know what I'm talking about. Remember chat roulette, right? We all remember chat roulette. And then occasionally you'd see, a guy's head, and it looked like he was doing something. Maybe he was shining a plate, maybe shining something else. But imagine if it was just like playing that, and you just got like Axl Rose, like, and then you see Mel's like pulsing eyes, and his head's shaking, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? And he's actually just beating the shit out of somebody. I mean, I think that's the way it should start.
Just turn it into like an actual James Bond montage with like Mel Gibson's fiery eyes going through the fire as they zoom in. It's Murtaugh in a tub. Just like everything for the whole movie's being shown at once.
I would love that.
Got these like 1980s just fucking like balloon titties that are super fake. They're just kind of stiffly not moving as they're like bouncing up and down.
Jumping on a trampoline, but they are staying.
Everything else is moving but the tits.
Yeah.
Oh, the really bad ones where you you turn the corner and they just stay there.
Yeah.
They don't turn the corner with you.
The underside looks like a stitching on a football.
Yeah. It's like a tether ball.
All right, so the movie opens as Riggs and Murtaugh roll up on a bomb-laden building, reminiscent. The building kind of seemed like the building from Die Hard. But anyways, I digress. They roll up on a bomb-laden building, and Riggs is telling Murtaugh they got to go in and defuse the bomb. Murtaugh's saying, no way, Riggs, we can't go in there. I'm about to retire.
And then, of course, he runs up anyway, and he's like, whoa, God, and then it has to go.
Riggs, I've got 8 days of retirement.
I'm going to come with you now, just because of peer pressure.
Now, we have to draw a little attention to you, Tim, because you actually interrupted yourself to talk about how the building looks like Nakatomi Plaza.
Yep.
So you gotta flesh that out. You interrupted yourself to point that out.
Yeah, I did.
It's called ADD, John.
Squirrel!
Well, it just seems like, I mean, the iconic Die Hard scene is like a bunch of cops outside of a big office building where there's like terrorists or a bomb inside. So, I mean, it just kind of felt, in LA, just kind of felt like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like they show up and they go, homicide. They're like, this is a bomb threat.
I know, we're bored.
You're framing this really badly. So you think this bomb is going to blow up and we're all going to die? Yeah.
Yeah. No one's dead here. Not yet.
Do they ever even say who's planning these bombs?
No.
Nope.
No.
Just cold open.
Yeah. It is a cold open, yeah.
You saw the hidden scene at the end of the credits, right?
No.
I didn't either.
Huh.
I gotta say, Riggs, it's nice to see that he hasn't aged a day, but Danny Glover is aged like a president after 2 terms in office.
Yeah. Human growth hormone, I suppose, right?
Yeah.
Either that or filming Predator.
Yeah, that Predator did a big number on Danny Glover.
Well, seriously, he probably sweat out all of the collagen in his body. I mean, the entire movie, he was just pouring buckets, just sweating the entire movie. But fucking Murtaugh gets to go after this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
So the boys go in, try to defuse the bomb, and Riggs cuts the red wire, which turns out to be the
Wait,
turns out to be the
I thought it was the blue wire.
Or is it the blue wire?
Yeah.
Is it the blue wire?
He doesn't.
You said red.
Yeah, no one knows.
Oh, did I? No.
Also, I like that they block their ears, like losing their hearing would be the worst thing of standing directly in front of a bomb.
Right, yeah, exactly. This bomb just destroyed this building, and they're concerned about their eardrums.
I think that just when men actually get together that we drop in age by about 15 years, no matter what. So they drop to like age, like, well, let's say 30 years. They drop to like age 20. And that's like, we're going to plug our ears. We're stupid. So women listening, we're that simple.
Yes. Not that they didn't already know.
Yeah, well.
By the way, no callback on the kitty. I just assumed that Murtaugh would just own that cat since he already owned a cat.
Oh,
nope.
Murtaugh did not. Yeah, that cat's dead. Murtaugh crushed that cat's spine.
He fucking threw the cat at the wall as he's running out. Grab the cat, fuck the cat! He spikes it.
I half expected to see Al Pacino running around. He's carrying that cat like a loaf of bread. Yeah, he killed that cat.
Oh, yeah, that cat's dead.
I mean, that was 9 lives worth of crushing. There's no way.
Just throws in the car and slams the door, and then they run out.
That's what actually got them demoted. not the building, the animal cruelty.
Listen, there was a planned explosion in that building, but you didn't have to kill that cat.
Yeah, could you imagine that was just a demo? That was a demo crew there. Be like, come on, guys, what the fuck are you trying to do? We're trying to blow up this building. So cut scene to Riggs and Murtaugh back in their dress blues walking a beat after getting demoted because the building blew up. And Riggs definitely did not do his job.
And of course, it's the one time that the bomb squad shows up. And they were right. They're joking. They're like, the bomb squad never shows up in time. That's the one time that it showed up, just as the building blew up. It's like,
yep.
Fuck. I have to say, though, both of these guys together, they do look like they're on the way to a Chippendale show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that mullet. That Riggs mullet.
Ponytail.
Great in open range, not good in a ponytail.
Oh, dude, nope. I was fucking sweating the ponytail.
Oof.
I was rock hard. Oh, God.
You like the little rat tail? That knowing that character, if you ask the directors, like, or the writers, like, hey, so what was he using to hold his ponytail back? Oh, his foreskin.
John, there was cartoon steam coming out of my collar when I saw him in that ponytail. Okay, that's how randy it got me.
Wow. Okay, right in the jimmies. I didn't realize you were getting to that point with this. We're really drudging up some crazy shit out of the back of your mind watching these movies all over again, aren't we?
Yeah, you guys talk about your first boners being to women. My first boner was to Lethal Weapon.
So you're excited by danger. I like that, Tim.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
So meanwhile, now that Riggs... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, by the way, Riggs as a beat cop is the worst thing that could possibly happen to L.A. in 1992.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You don't need that.
I have a whole Rodney King section later.
We can make it look like a suicide.
Yep. But meanwhile, Riggs and Murtaugh walking the beat with Murtaugh's girth being held in by his girdle, decide to stop a jaywalker and write him up. All the while, there's a bank robbery going on. Riggs notices it and runs in like a bat out of hell, whips some ass, and then ends up hopping on the back of this armored car in a getaway.
I love that high-octane action just finds Riggs and Murtaugh. Like, they're just walking around downtown. These two bank robbers are, like, giving them, like, the Mr. Rogers wave. Like, come on.
Right.
Come get me.
There's literally, like, there's once in 30-year events happening every time Riggs and Murtaugh show up to any place. It's like events that happen in Lethal Weapon. There's like 10 events that happen in a Lethal Weapon movie that might happen like once in every 100 years in every other city. And
that's why Murtaugh's fucking home insurance is so goddamn high. We covered that. Like, you put those two together, it's fucking over.
Yeah. Also, this fat gospel singing driver is like the most Jewish white man writing of what they think black people talk. Like,
I was really uncomfortable.
Not good.
Really uncomfortable the whole time. I mean, hilarious character, and yeah, her sexually assaulting Murtaugh was funny as fuck. But yeah, it was like,
ooh, one thing at a time. One thing at a time, sugar. I loved
Giving
her.
him a hand job.
She's like my favorite
But
character.
she can fucking drive, dude.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, she can.
She could drive, and I'll tell you what. I bet she was quite a firecracker in the sack, too.
Yeah. Drive something else.
Yeah, exactly.
Another type of stick, if you know what I mean.
I don't know. I think she might give Trish a run for her money.
Yeah, God, dude, she'd probably turn it into a high impact sport, man. She'd break my pelvis. Like, that could get dirty.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of woman.
A lot of woman.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, after Riggs subdues the suspect by slamming on the brakes as he smashes through the windshield, after beating 20 more guys off this armored truck, Murtaugh makes out with his new boo, and then cutscene to Murtaugh's house where they're counting down the days to his retirement.
Officially too old for this shit.
T-minus 7 days.
Yeah, 7 days.
Getting properly old for this shit.
I've reached my Social Security age. This is the correct time to retire. And so while Murtaugh's family is counting down to the retirement, Leo pulls up with prospective clients to try and sell Murtaugh's house. All the while, Riggs and Murtaugh are playing grab ass in the kitchen, and the two prospective clients fly away after Leo decides to enlighten them about all the, disgusting sexual assault and murder that's happened in the Murtaugh's house.
Okay. So, the bathroom, it blew up. Okay, it blew up. It's okay. It was all remodeled. It's okay. He jacked up the okay meter on this flick compared to the last one. Like, this was, I really noticed it. It was like, whoa, god damn. He was clearly on some serious bumpage.
Oh, yeah.
It was snowing in that guy's nose this entire movie.
Like, Joe Pesci throughout his career is a leading man, and all of a sudden he's like a bit part player in these roles. I'm assuming it's because he had a drug habit he needed support, so.
Yeah. And I mean, the franchise pays well, but goddamn, and those frosted tips was like, whew.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was up with that blonde wig?
Oh, God, I loved it.
I feel like
it was good.
Like, did they just like super glue the wig from JFK that he had on and like he just couldn't get it off? So they just like cut around it. He's got like the black like hair under the frosted tip thing. Like, that was an interesting choice. It's like, Joe Pesci, we know you're fucking bald. We just saw you in Home Alone last year.
Right.
You were bald in the last movie.
What do you think he's like in real life? Do you think I bet he's closer to that than he is crazy stab you in the neck with a ballpoint pen gangster.
Apparently, Joe Pesci is just like a very sort of like private, low key guy. Like, he is in no way, shape, or form anything like his characters.
Yeah, I guess he's really shy. So he has the shortest Oscar acceptance speech ever. When he won for Goodfellas, he just went up on stage and he just went, "It's an honor and a privilege," and then he just walked off the stage.
Good for him.
Good for him.
People were like, "What the fuck?" I'm like, I think he has stage fright.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
We need more of that shit. After this, Murtaugh walks out. Murtaugh and Riggs walk out. See Murtaugh's son Nick talking to his old gangbanger buddies in their 65 Impala. And they drive away after they see Murtaugh. And then, cutscene, you're introduced to Jack Travis, the villain of the movie.
Oh, boy.
Word, Tim. Word.
Hey, word. Nick.
Yeah, so there's some more white man dialogue right there. Good Lord.
God, that was the most painful shit ever. Just watching them try to understand. Two boomers try to understand the term word. Like,
yeah.
Genuinely puzzled. And I'm sure that the actors themselves, Mel Gibson and Danny, were just as confused as the characters themselves. I don't know what this means.
Mel Gibson probably went on a race-laden tirade that he had to say that. And Danny Glover's probably like, that's not what he would say. They're like, it's not what our Jewish writers say.
The what?
And sources say, Mel, that's racist.
Yeah, that's a good point. There probably weren't any Jewish writers on Lethal Weapon.
You know, the Jews killed Jesus. You know that.
Yes, Mel.
God damn it,
All right, Mel. All right, take 5. Come on.
5. That was the amount of Jews that put Jesus up on the cross.
Why
All right.
couldn't this guy
damn
be
it.
in Scientology like a fucking regular fucking movie star?
I know, they just fucking disappear. It's over. It's great.
So after Murtaugh and Riggs have this awkward goddamn exchange with Nick, you're introduced to Jack Travis, who's the ex-LAPD Sergeant Jack Travis, who wears many hats in this movie, I would say. Real estate developer, psychopath, gun dealer, and a guy who has an interesting way to set a foundation with a person.
L.A. King season ticket holder.
An L.A. King season ticket holder, yeah. This guy's got a lot of sides. I mean, he's really not that bad of a guy, you know.
He's got layers, and I have to say that his mustache is far more intimidating than any South African accent that I've run into. So
actually, that's a point I wanted to correct. I feel like Jack Travis might be a better villain than Arjun.
Yeah, he's pretty sadistic.
Yeah, he really was.
yeah, I mean, you know, you didn't have like the systemic racism or anything behind that. It was just pure brute force shit, just shitbag.
Right,
He's
exactly.
this guy.
Exactly.
You know, he has that bad habit of just, you know, well, I mean, he likes to finish his foundations of his homes with bodies. And last I checked, that's not part of the green movement.
It's not part. No, that's not sustainable.
No.
It's frowned upon.
Yeah, it's also
No.
debatable whether it's code compliant. So, you know.
I'd say.
Also, part of this, you're introduced to Tyrone, just a little, basically like a bit part player that Jack sells guns to. But he'll come back later in the movie, boys. So after
he's so dainty and just he just like I think
Very
the kids
theatric.
the kids call it extra, right?
Yeah, very extra.
Yeah, he's extra, or my brother would call him extra. He's very extra.
He has a permanent just lean at any given time. He's got his glasses like half raised down his nose and just leaning.
I thought he was on a cane the entire movie until we get to him later. I'm going to be honest with you. I thought the poor guy was crippled.
I mean, that would be another like white writer interpretation of a black guy.
The Crips. Yeah. That's what they are, right? Aren't all the Crips crippled? Is that what they call them that?
He's
and all
pimp.
The Bloods, they're all bloody?
He's the pimp. He's just walking around with a cane, right?
Get too old for this shit.
So after Travis kills one of the guys who was in the armored car heist by drowning him in concrete, we cut scene and the boys roll up on Rianne's movie shoot. But Riggs doesn't know it's a movie shoot and runs in and beats the shit out of Rianne's co-star. And then in an effort to try and teach youngsters about why violence isn't a good thing, he then beats the shit out of the director to get her job back. So
and a raise.
Yeah, and a raise.
And a fucking raise.
Violence never solves the problems, folks. Except for when Martin Riggs does it.
You have to be crazy. That's the thing, is you have to be physical but also certifiable at the same time, because they don't know what you're going to do next. And then you're going to
You know, in a normal day, I'd punch you in the mouth. It's a normal day. Punch right in the mouth.
Whap.
Police brutality.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Right. The Three Stooges. But once you do start doing the Three Stooges stuff, it's all fine. Poke them in the eyes, right, guys?
Yeah, I love how much just comical police brutality is in this movie.
Oh, yeah. Which, to your point, Max, is not a good look for the LAPD back then.
No, not in 1992, especially. Again,
no,
not a good move.
I don't think it was a secret either, so...
No. It was a joke. I strangled him as a joke.
Come on. Bunch of pinko lefties.
Yeah.
Snowflakes.
He was jaywalking. I had to draw my gun.
So after the boys, after the boys make their mark on Rianne's career, they decide to go to the station, and Murtaugh's gun goes off by accident because he's old and dumb and slow. And then Riggs decides to spaz out to save him, to save his image. And then they decide to shake that off and just go shoot some guns, like normal people.
That's how I handle all my issues. If I ever get upset or in work, I just go out to the range and just start shooting all my guns. It's the healthy way of handling your frustration, is by shooting things.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if you have that much pent-up anger that the only way to get out of it is by shooting deadly projectiles at fake people, I mean, you're handling it well.
I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
No. It's original video game. It's,
right.
The real game, though.
What you don't want to do is just turn that onto real people. What people don't see right now is that I'm winking.
Yeah. So, Tim, that's the trick. It's a fine line between shooting somebody and not shooting them. Only experts can flirt with that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah. What do you mean? I just took off his heel. It's fine. Because remember, it's not attempted murder if you shoot him below the knee.
Exactly. I guess that's what the movies tell me.
Yep.
All right. So then after Murtaugh's gun goes off, and they start shooting down at the range, they show all the boys what the new cop killer bullets are out in the street can do. And they tell them all to be careful. And Riggs says, for some reason, I don't know why, he says, vests are optional now, boys.
And that'll definitely not come back later.
Nope.
Right.
None of that will.
That won't come.
Also,
That won't come back to haunt them.
pretty sure that AP rounds don't look like women's lipstick. Those are the strangest looking bullets I've ever seen in my life. Either that or a suppository.
The least aerodynamic bullet out there.
Yeah. Looks like a frickin' dreidel. Weird.
It is a dreidel.
Oh
It's
my
an upside
gosh.
down dreidel.
Conspiracy.
Don't tell Mel that.
Yeah, don't tell Mel. Don't tell Mel. No, women's lipstick. We're sticking with women's lipstick.
You know, this bullet kind of looks like lipstick. It looks like lipstick. Right? Right, guys? Yep. It looks like lipstick.
So after the boys scare the rest of the force, then they're going to go interrogate one of the armored car drivers, at which point they're introduced to Lorna Cole from Internal Affairs in the elevator. And Riggs decides to start jabbing her with a lot of internal affairs jokes.
It's like, oh, wow, Tim, was this the director's cut? What was he jabbing her with, my dude?
Well, we'll talk about that later, John.
You'll find out.
I got to say, though, the second I saw her, I was like, she knows Kung Fu.
Oh, yeah.
You can just tell. You can tell.
She's like, you can tell she is Martin Riggs' sexual pair, you know?
Yep. That resting bitch face says it all.
That is the only other time that Murtaugh's house insurance goes up even higher is when they are both over there.
Oh, God.
And jeez. Because then you're throwing in, just like taboo sex crimes into the mix, and it's just really bad for business.
Oh, they are fucking all over Murtaugh's house.
Dude, like, remember that squirrel bird porn I told you about that's really illegal? This is way worse.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Don't worry about it, Tim. Good answer.
All right.
Good answer.
Your secret's safe with me, John. Well, while the boys are arguing with Lorna Cole, Jack Travis, former Sergeant Jack Travis, sneaks in to the interrogation room where the armored car guys, where I think his name's Schmitty, is
Billy.
sitting.
Schmitty.
Billy? Yeah.
Schmitty's
Hey,
great.
Billy,
I
bye,
like
Billy.
Schmitty.
Either way. And shoots him in the face.
It's that simple. He just walks right in. Hi, Billy. Bye, Billy. Bam. Walks right the fuck out. Like,
Yep.
It's amazing.
Hi, Billy. Bye, Billy. Shoots him in the face.
Yeah.
That's how easy it is to shoot someone in a police in a police office, guys.
Yeah, in 1992, anything's possible.
I'm white and I have a gray mustache. Come right in, sir.
You were a cop like 15 years ago, right? Yeah, you're still cool.
Yeah, you're fine. See the scene, just looking at Jack Travis, some of these scenes. I've been watching a lot of Cheers lately, so it was nice to see that Cliff from Cheers was the villain in all this.
Yeah, that's a really good call.
Hey there, Billy. All right, bye there, Billy.
Put my mail route aside to come in and shoot you in the teeth.
You know, the whole thing about the nerve endings in your brain, they completely dispersorate once you shoot him in the head with it. Cliff. Smart guy Cliff. John has no idea what the fuck we're talking about.
Nope. No, I'm just here, just smiling like a fool, like, ha ha ha.
I didn't hear any of that.
What?
I didn't hear any of that when I was just saying that joke.
That was all in my head.
By the way, I like that they cited Billy for not buckling his seatbelt.
Yeah, that's great.
What a dick move.
Yeah, we got him for that too.
I mean, they're just thorough guys. That's the reason why Riggs and Murtaugh make a good pair.
They do it by the book. I mean, if you're going to do it, you got to throw everything at them just in case like something else doesn't stick. Yeah.
And when you say throw the book, you mean literally throw the book at their unconscious body.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Because when Riggs did apprehend Billy, he gave him like 18 concussions.
Yep.
The guy had just flown through a plate glass window, and Riggs decided to punch him in the face like 8 more times.
Tells him to go back to sleep.
Go back to sleep.
After Billy gets murdered, or actually, sorry, no. Before Billy gets murdered, the captain decides to settle a score with an IA feud by giving Riggs and Murtaugh their sergeant badges back and puts them back on the case. So now Cole, Murtaugh, and Riggs go down to discover Billy's dead body.
Oh no!
And that goes back to those brain endings I was talking about. You know, the bullet goes through them, and then they're departed from there.
They're departed. So then Lorna tells the boys that they installed cameras in the interrogation rooms.
What?
Bump, bump, bump. Captain Murphy decides, or doesn't decide. Captain Murphy recognizes Travis as the shooter. Former Sergeant Jack Travis. Burp, burp, burp.
That does sound like
It's
a
very
great
effective.
cop name. Like, that is the
Jack
perfect
Travis.
cop name. Oh yeah, especially for like a great cop gone bad.
Yep. Or like chewing tobacco baseball player.
Yeah, no, that'd work in baseball.
It's a good name.
Jack Travis. Huh. I'd buy insurance from a guy named Jack Travis.
I'd buy anything from a guy named Jack Travis.
Huh.
Maybe not produce.
Yeah, I feel like he would have a fetish.
Would you buy a sex toy from a guy named Jack Travis?
No.
I would.
Definitely.
no.
I definitely would.
Oh, you really?
Because he's got the hook up to the squirrel bird porn, Tim.
Jeez.
Fuck.
All right. I gotta chill out here, all right? John's gonna make fly out here and kill me.
And I did say produce, Tim, so no.
So no.
Oh, God damn. I can't wait to wipe my ass with a corn cob.
Well, we gotta get to that point because we're not gonna have any more. Yeah, we're not gonna have any more toilet paper or paper towels.
Exactly.
We start using corn.
I found the last fucking 12 rolls.
I swear to God, if I see one more story about people buying our toilet paper for some unexplainable reason, I'll just nuke the world myself.
Dude, it's
None
fucking
of us deserve
cunts.
to live if we can't figure out that toilet paper is not a fucking something that's gonna go off the shelves because of coronavirus.
Until it does, because everyone buys all the fucking toilet paper.
Yeah, it happened.
Just keep on just buying the shit that you always buy.
It's all gone, Tim. It's all gone.
No, I know it's all gone, but I'm just like, who was the first person to buy a shit ton of toilet paper because they thought of coronavirus? I don't know.
God.
It took one person. That literally was what happened. Like we saw, that's like the birth of 420. That's where it came from. It's just like one idiot. That's what happened. It was one idiot had to go out and buy 65 packs of toilet paper at Costco, and someone else saw him, and well, there you go.
Enter annoying Billy Idol, also known as Leo, who recognizes Travis and says he used to party with this guy and that he used to sell him Kings tickets.
Yeah. And he wants a
Then
gun.
the boys go to the Kings games. Yeah.
Hey, can I get a gun this time? No.
No.
No, come on.
Okay. I know that guy.
I honestly think they should give Leo a gun. He would just like.
He's probably a
he would
great
probably
shot.
have like. Yeah, he'd be fine. He would kill like 15 people who didn't deserve to die, but I mean, he'd get the right person eventually.
When you're that
think
low to
Leo
the
would-
ground.
I think Leo would just be like the dude from 8 Mile, like just immediately shoot himself in the leg the second he had an opportunity to whip his gun
That's a good
out.
point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Also, what a fucking bandwagon early 90s thing to do in LA, hockey. Like, you're not going to go to a Lakers game, you got to go to a fucking Kings game.
Seriously, was Gretzky even on the team then?
Yeah, that's why they did it.
Oh yeah,
It was like 4 years that he was there.
Fucking bandwagon, Travis.
This action-packed episode of Hold My Popcorn is brought to you by Fruit of the Bean, the best damn coffee company that you can get today during the coronavirus. Going to the grocery store right now isn't the safest place to be at the moment when you have overweight 45-year-old women fighting to the death over the last pack of toilet paper. So how about you just hold off for right now, relax, open up your computer, go to fruitofthebean.com and order some fresh coffee that even the biggest coffee snobs enjoy. There's several different types of freshly roasted coffee beans to pick from, including Fruit of the Beans, fresh roasted Kenyan coffee, organic Bali blue coffee, breakfast blend, Costa Rican coffee, drink every single time I say coffee, and for the people that like the taste and not the caffeine kick, fresh roasted organic Peru decaf. So if you're itching for the days of going to the local coffee indie shops with the shins playing on a vinyl record while drinking coffee that doesn't taste like corporate America, go to fruitofthebean.com today and use a promo code POPCORN. That's right, popping those peas. Popcorn! At checkout for 25% off. Once again, go to fruitofthebean.com, enter the promo code POPCORN at checkout, and enjoy some amazing coffee today. And back to Lethal Weapon 3.
So the boys go to the Kings game, and Riggs decides to ask for Jack Travis to stand up over the loudspeaker. Whether they're a hockey fan, Jack Travis to stand up over the loudspeaker. At which point, Jack Travis decides to start mauling people and hops on the ice and runs out of the building.
Fucking shoots a guy. Like,
yeah.
This dude has
the guy in the
iron balls throughout this whole movie. Like, he's not even like that smart or clever. He's just got massive balls.
He runs on the ice in front of a sold-out arena and he gets away with it.
After shooting
this guy
a guy.
has the most daring escapes.
The guy gives zero fucks.
And then just runs back to his housing development with like his name on it practically. Like, what the fuck?
That's the thing about this whole movie. I'm like, you couldn't figure out where this guy was. He literally, how many things has he done so far? He's like shot up half of LA at this point.
That's real estate, Tim. They can do whatever they want. They're above the law.
Thanks, Mr. President.
Very smart. People tell him all the time.
You're a smart boy. Yes, I'm a smart boy. Yes, you're a smart. Yeah, I'm a smart boy.
Now get over here. I'm going to piss on your shoulders.
Your tan looks great. Yes, my tan looks great. I have the best sombreros.
So then Leo jumps on Jack Travis during his escape. Travis shoots Leo in the shoulder. Leo thinks he's dying, but Travis escapes. Brum, brum, bum. Cut scene. The boys take Leo to get a Brazilian.
I did like that. He's like, "Oh, I'm dying. I'm cold. It's going out. It's going out." No, Leo, you're cold because you're on the ice. What? Oh, that's why I'm cold. Like, it's just he's at such a high tempo. I couldn't live like that. How could you live like a squirrel and be able to talk that fast? Like,
yeah.
What is Leo's regular blood pressure at? Like normal.
Dude, he has the heartbeat of a hamster.
It's like 280 over 70 fucking thousand. It's like, what the fuck?
Okay.
I mean, seriously, like if you cut that guy on the forearm, probably his whole arm would explode from the blood pressure. Like, just fuck.
Yeah, like a geyser.
Yeah, it's like those 80s titties. You just pop them like a balloon.
Oof. That's actually a phobia of mine. I'm always scared that they're gonna break.
Just gonna pop.
I like walk by people like, "Oh, don't do it right now." Like,
By the way, Tim, don't worry about all these awkward pauses. I'll edit them out.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a couple of those like.
I know. Don't worry about it. It's gonna go just one to the next, just bam, bam.
I figured you would, through the magic of editing, take care of this debacle that I'm orchestrating.
No, you're doing great.
No, it's perfect. It's fucking
I'm
perfect.
having fun.
All right, good. All right, so after shooting up a hockey game, the boys decide they need some sustenance and go to Murtaugh's favorite burger stand so Murtaugh can make the delicious burger. But Riggs, not being able to stay away from trouble, breaks up a drug deal, and violence ensues, which you can just probably attach to any scene in a Lethal Weapon movie.
Basically, Riggs shows up, things blow up. That's it. End of story.
I like how they go from shooting up an arena to just like shooting underage teenagers.
Right.
Yeah.
Good job, guys. You're doing great. Keep up the good work.
There's maybe a 12-hour latency period between shooting up an ice rink, shooting up a hockey game, and shooting up a bunch of teenagers.
It's literally the next shift.
And then taking a dive into PTSD later in the movie, it was like, guys, we didn't need to take this serious. Like,
I know.
We already got pedo mustache guy fucking burying people underneath buildings in wet cement. Like, come on.
So during this drug deal gone wrong, Murtaugh shoots Nick's friend from earlier. Burn.
Didn't see that coming.
Nope.
Didn't see that coming whatsoever.
Not at all.
That kid deserved it.
Yeah, who's doing deals near a porta potty anyway in a construction site? That's just not... Do it like a regular person. Just do it at a house.
Yeah, do it in a
like,
house.
do it in a parking lot. Don't do it in a fucking construction zone.
Well, that and right next to a fucking burger shack that you know that your old best friend's father goes to all the fucking time. Who's a cop?
Yeah, fucking
My
cop
bigger
spot.
concern is why is there a burger shack next to a porta potty like, jumping ground?
Because Murtaugh's old and he's got a shit. That's what he's talking about. I'm getting too old for this shit.
They do things differently out here, Tim. They do things differently.
Zoning isn't a thing.
Yeah, well, provided it doesn't spew emissions into the air, they don't usually give a shit. No,
Do whatever you want.
they don't give a fuck.
So after Murtaugh shoots his son's friend, he goes MIA, and that quack shrink comes up to Murph and Riggs and goes, "Is Murtaugh okay?" And they both go, "Get out of here, you dumb quack! Shove your theories up your ass."
Just like that.
Also, she's patient zero for the coronavirus in this movie.
I know.
Definitely.
They try to add complexity to the strangest characters in this series.
I know.
It's like, what the fuck? Like, why do we care that the fucking poor shrink is slowly going insane because of her cop friends? Like, what the fuck? Why do we care?
Her mind is deteriorating. Meanwhile, their boss is still just like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. You want to know why I'm great? Because I know when I don't need to give a fuck.
Which is always. What
Get out of my office.
What are you, handcuffing me? I don't give a fuck.
Hey, Captain, who invented electricity? I did. Now get the fuck out.
I would love to see Captain Murphy's HR file. It's got to be like 20 stories tall.
All I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
All of his police reports are just, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Approved by, I don't give a fuck.
So then Riggs forces Lorna into the men's room, and they promptly fall in love.
Just like that.
That fast.
Yeah.
Wonderful kindergarten vest by Rene Russo in this.
Oh my God, yeah. That did look like a vest from Kindergarten Cop.
That looks like my first grade teacher's, like, the picture that I have of whatever my first grade class looked like.
I mean, to be honest, like, Riggs fell a long way going from Rinka to Rene Russo, who's attractive, but I mean, come on, she's not Rinka.
Well,
why was Rene Russo a thing for, like, a decade? Like, the late 80s into, like, the mid-90s. Like, she was, like, the hot girl and all these things. It's like, she's not hot.
It's
because
she looks like a dude.
You can tell that she knows Kung Fu.
I guess she's got that swinging dick charisma in some sort of way because she's got a swinging dick.
It's the era of Power Rangers. Nothing made any sense back then.
I don't get it.
But she's got a lot of scars, which apparently hooked Riggs later on.
Mm-hmm.
When he's just like,
oh yeah,
because that sexual tension, like seriously, I thought one of the mirrors was going to shatter in that fucking bathroom when they're talking.
We'll get to that. Yeah. Don't you worry, guys.
That bomb squad guy got out of there because he couldn't stand the sexual tension.
Riggs' pee just starts going just above his head.
There's no cutting that wire, Riggs.
Cut the red of the blue wire, Riggs. You're just still going to come in your pants. So after Lorna and Riggs fall in love in the men's room, they realize that the gun that Murtaugh used to kill that 12-year-old was actually in police custody. Burm, burm, burm.
Oh, my God.
Oh, and then he just carries that thing around with him for the rest of the movie.
Yeah. Carries the thing around with him like his Excelsior.
God, I mean, seriously. Don't worry about me. Just cop walking around with an Uzi. It's fine.
So after they realize that gun used to be in police custody, it leads them to a warehouse where a bunch of other dudes are carrying a bunch of other police guns around, and Riggs realizes that Lorna can do karate, and he promptly creams in his jeans.
Also, this doggy treats really came in handy for Riggs.
Oh my God.
Riggs is seducing everybody. He's seducing Lorna, seducing the dog.
I mean, that almost went into squirrel bird porn territory. She almost mated with that dog. It was really strange. He's talking to it in
faces.
Dog treats that he would like lick.
He was doing it all wrong, by the way.
How do you do it?
All right. So, I mean, if you come in contact with the snarling Rottweiler, the first thing you need to do is make direct eye contact with them. You can't blink. You gotta show your dominance. It's a staring contest with the dog. If the dog blinks first, you win. And then the second part is you need the smile. You need to show all your teeth. Pretty much all the snarling just signals that they understand where you're coming from. And then the last, like the most important thing, lastly after all this, so you gotta have to sprint at them as fast as you can and yell as loud as you can. The bigger the dog is, the louder and faster you need to be.
So I don't know if our audience could tell, but don't do any of this. Any of these things.
The universal acronym, ESC. Eyes, scream, and charge.
Works with any predator, right, Max?
That's right. Just like a computer. You hit that button and you're good. You're not going to have a problem again. So if you listen to this podcast, walking your dog and you come across a stray, make sure you charge them while smiling and yelling.
We're going to see a fucking newscast of someone breaking out of quarantine in a week, just like running and screaming at dogs. Like,
it's like, did the zombie outbreak start? What the fuck is going on?
Well, a weird turn in the coronavirus story today, as a coronavirus patient breaks out of quarantine and now has rabies after charging a dog. Rabies in the coronavirus is apparently turned into a super virus that is now threatening to kill humanity. This is all thanks to a podcast called Hold My Popcorn.
The guy who usually leads the show was not in the driver's seat, and this is what happens.
Funny enough, they haven't denied any of it. And the only quote that we've received from them is, well, all press is good press.
They sent back a winky smiley face emoji for their response when we tried to reach them. Don't really know what that means.
For some reason, all of our receptionists were sent bananas. We don't really understand when and all the bananas were broken.
Oops.
So many wasted bananas. Nobody understands.
They have just sent an eggplant emoji with a squirt symbol. Okay.
Yeah. Huh. Is this code? We think these might be gang signs, actually. Could you imagine the media running with that kind of shit? It's like, yes, we're told that it's a special cult, and they get together on a microphone. It's a new age cult, a neo cult.
They're called podcasts.
And they got a thing for Ice Cube. We don't know why.
Iced tea.
They got a thing for Ice Cube.
Okay.
Ice Cube.
No, it's not Ice tea, it's Ice Cube.
Yeah,
go ahead.
All right, we got to shift. We got to pivot.
So after Riggs and Lorna break up this gun peddling powwow and steal the car and also steal their dog, they go back to Lorna's house where they fuck after exploring their mutual love of mortal wounds and scars.
Dude, that was probably the most violent sex that could never be shown on American television.
Just sticking fingers into orifices. Just a lot of screaming. A lot of pounding on the floor of their hands.
Just shit on the walls. Like,
that dog is like, get me back to these fucking drug dealers. Jesus. I liked it better when I was gouging, fucking just ripping people's throats out.
Seriously?
It's more tame than this.
She just bit off one of Riggs's nipples.
That's step 4, by the way. If you ever come in contact with an angry dog, you need to find your nearest woman and start having extremely violent sex with them.
That actually might be a decent defense. Everyone take note.
Displaying your dominance.
Animals understand that. They're like, all right, well, Schlong's out. He's got nothing to lose.
Go back to this training the scar story. It's much sexier than the Jaws scene.
Well, I still want to know who the Spanish ladies were.
Spanish ladies? What are you talking about?
Yeah, fucking the old drunk sailor man in Jaws scene.
Farewell and adieu, you fair Spanish ladies.
I bet Mel was singing that the entire time while this fucking chick was on top the whole time. Where did you learn that from, Riggs?
Honestly, I bet like their sex was like they pick a predator, they pick a different predator, and whoever comes first wins. Like, I'll be a lion tonight. All right, I'm gonna be a great white shark, and they just fight it out like top of the food chain predators. Whoever comes first wins.
Do you think they?
She's clawing, he's biting.
Yeah.
Do you think they had to leave their marks on one another?
Oh yeah,
gave each other scars.
That's totally part of it.
Yeah. If either one of them accidentally died, they would have so much just fucking skin DNA under their nails. It would not be good for them. It's pretty much the setup of The Life of David Gale. By the way, I think that
Gong,
but I think that Three Stooges game is what really did it in for Riggs. I think that really put him over the top.
That put his dick into overdrive.
Yep. Knock, knock, knock.
He's like jujitsu, fucking scars, fucking Three Stooges, Lorna.
And she knows how to use a computer, so she's got to be smart.
Yeah.
And his dick just went.
Started poking her in the eye. So after Lorna and Riggs shake the foundations of her house, Riggs goes and finds Murtaugh, who's been in hiding, finds him on his boat, and the greatest acted scene in cinema history takes place. Daniel Day-Lewis, eat your heart out, you fucking schmuck. Because they go full bromance, and Riggs explains why Murtaugh retiring is hurting him so much, and Murtaugh punches him in the face because he suspects Riggs dicking down his daughter.
Which may or may not be true towards the end of the movie. We don't really know. But at this point, he was not fucking his daughter. We know that for
At that point, he was not fucking his daughter.
But that was, no, seriously, this scene, at all bullshit aside, was truly one of the best acted scenes that I have ever seen. Like, I mean, I was sitting there like, I love you too, man. I mean, just like...
Danny Glover doing his best Mel Gibson impression in that scene.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
have you guys listened to that voice, like that voicemail, or not even voicemail? So, like, one of Mel Gibson's like baby mamas, like 15 years ago, was recording a drunken conversation she had with Mel Gibson.
No,
and he's just like screaming at her and everything, and then she goes, "You need medicine," and then Mel Gibson goes, "You need a baseball bat to the side of the head."
Holy shit!
Are you serious?
Yes, and you can hear him just fuming, just yeah,
dude.
Right before you go to bed,
you're saying
listen
that
to Mel
this
Gibson's
character was not.
Yeah,
you're saying this character was just Mel Gibson.
Yeah, I think Danny Glover just saw Mel Gibson off set in his trailer, just talking to his wife at the time. He's like, "I'll channel that. That's what I'll do."
Yeah.
Also, the sax music in this scene is so fucking loud that you can barely hear half the shit that Murtaugh's saying.
I know. It's fantastic.
It's the only way they could cut the bromance a little bit. I mean, it's like cutting the grease on a burger. I mean,
turn that shit down.
What happens to you happens to me.
Don't you start that, Raj!
Oh, God. I could watch that scene till the cows come home. Once in my life, I would like to be in a male relationship with that much commitment.
That much steaming passion.
Max and I almost had that in college with a third
did.
roommate, but it was more violent than that. You know, most guys get blackout and they're like, I'm going to fuck everything. And this guy's like, I'm going to fight everything around me. Is it moving? Fair game. Like, I'm going after it.
So he's Riggs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck you, wall. Fuck you, shower curtain. Fuck you, bouncer. Fuck you, bartender.
Fuck you, Black Ops ex-Special Forces guy.
Yeah.
He did that. I came out of my bedroom once because something shook the entire wall, and this ex-Special Forces friend of his had bench pressed him into the wall, screaming, I will mop you.
Jesus Christ. That's hilarious.
We got stories for days.
Yes, we do.
I will mop you?
I will mop you. Yeah. I mean, this...
I don't even know what that means.
Nobody does. I also pulled a loaded gun out of his hand one time.
Oh,
yep.
That's good.
Yeah. I walked upstairs and he's waving this gun around. I pull it out of his hands.
He went back to bed.
Yeah, I just went back to bed. He didn't see me come up from the stairs. He's like, give me that.
I just had my mouth open. Just like, whoa. Yep.
I remember one time I was up in Maine, 4th of July, me and some college buddies rented a house up on a lake up there. And one of my college buddies' friends, we were lighting up fireworks at the dock, and he came down, sprinting down with an AK-47 that was loaded and a bayonet on the end.
What?
Whoa, no.
And he just starts lifting it up and like raising it up like a fucking like African, like an African rebel. And I just go, Jamie, we're lighting off illegal fireworks and you need to put the very illegal gun away.
The AK-47. Please put the AK-47 down.
Right.
That is legal in like Montana and Alaska. Like that's it.
Oh yeah. It was like full auto too,
Oh,
like
Jesus.
definitely, like wicked illegal.
God, like it's
just
bad
like,
when even
dude.
Texas has to go.
Yeah.
Maybe not this
Abandoning
one.
anything is super illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah. God.
Whew. Interesting lives we
Sometimes.
led.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so after
All right.
After Riggs-
transitioning back into the movie.
finally realizing how Max's life is like. So after Riggs and Murtaugh hash it out in their boat, they go to the funeral for Nick's friend. And Nick's friend's mom slaps Murtaugh in the face, and the dad says, "If you want to make amends, Sergeant Murtaugh, you find the guy who puts a gun in my son's hand."
And Murtaugh.
At which point, Riggs, Murtaugh, and Sergeant Cole decide to take that as a cue to go full Rodney King on the entire city of LA.
Dude, they put people underneath spinning car tires and shit. Like, it's insane. Only in the 90s.
Violating everyone's civil rights.
Yeah.
On hold.
Yeah. Lorna Cole Mexican sunburns that dude's penis. It was horrible. Also, the mullet again. Going back to the mullet. It must have been at its peak in 1992, because even the gangbangers have, like, Jerry curl mullets and rat tails. They just look fucking terrible.
Disgusting time.
Dirty.
Ugh.
Okay.
Okay, so after they decide to get on the evening news by violating everyone's civil rights, they finally find the link between the guns and Jack Travis, and then Lorna goes and whips some ass at some mechanic shop while Riggs and Murtaugh watch, and Riggs' hand slowly goes down to his genitals. Oh God, this is terrible. And I'm gonna do this over. And Riggs' hand slowly moves down to his genitals and starts massaging him.
Ever so gently. I thought they were going to just help each other watch that, because they both were like, huh. Wow.
Yeah, Riggs was like it was like ass kicking cucked watching that. It's like,
You
I
think
like
she
when
needs
she
help?
takes charge.
No, she doesn't.
God, look at that. It's a 3-on-1. She's taking them all at the same time.
Ugh.
Watch for the back kick.
That'll get you every time.
So after Lorna decides to whip some ass on Jack Travis's whole crew, Jack Travis decides to take revenge and waits for Murph outside in the parking lot, and then kidnaps him and forces him to go take him to the evidence store, which is underneath the LAPD offices, which is somehow next to a active train line.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So was that always the plan, or did he do it as revenge? And he obviously had gotten into this warehouse before, right? They established that.
Yeah, they've gotten. I don't understand why he needed Murph this time. I mean, because he had obviously gotten the guns before, like you said, John. But yeah, so anyways, he just like kidnaps Murph, makes him drive him down to this massive evidence store, and then a massive. Well, I mean, why do I even have to say this? Yeah, then a massive gunfight ensues.
Yeah, the most over-the-top gunfight. I kind of glazed over that gunfight. It was just so much fucking bullets going off.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. It's enough. Also, that Boy Scout cop who you knew was just going to die immediately. Like, his character should have just been named, like, obvious, soon-to-be young dead cop.
Statement. Cop dead to make a statement. Yeah.
Happy birthday. It's kind of rude, Riggs. The kid just died.
Yeah. Happy birthday, kid. Yeah, way to be
It's a little insensitive.
That's a cold motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, can
Gallows
I come,
humor.
guys? Can I come? Yeah, sure. Right. Dead. Happy birthday. Yeah. Don't be on Riggs' fucking SWAT team.
He's not dragging you out.
No. No, he's going to shoot you in the head if you're slowing him down.
Basically. He can smell fear. We already saw he's half dog. Yeah. He practically fucked one 3 scenes ago.
You could make an argument that the bullet that killed that kid was from Riggs.
You're not holding your own. Bang! Bam! We're like the Spartans over here. Any weak link has got to just put the whole fucking party in jeopardy.
Right, exactly.
Shoots kid point blank range with one of those like fucking lead bullets. His head explodes like Kennedy.
No.
That kid might be as good a shot as me. I gotta take him out. So anyway, Jack Travis steals the guns from the store and then escapes on a train truck, which is a truck that has train wheels on it.
That exists.
And yeah,
it's awesome.
Do they exist?
I don't know, but now they do.
Yeah.
I'm sure there was some evil genius out somewhere, probably in South Africa, and probably was like, I need one. That's probably what Kim Jong-un drives around in all day long.
A railroad
truck, yeah.
It's like an industrial duck boat.
Yeah,
it really is.
Yeah.
I wrote down, I called it train rail flippers.
Train rail flippers?
I didn't know what else to fucking call it.
I called it the titty.
I just said those are pretty sweet.
Because, TT, train truck, TT, titty.
Titties.
Ah.
Also, Riggs, once again, running the speed of a car in the subway.
Right.
Yeah.
He's right on their tail.
Right, yeah. Forgot to mention that Riggs is chasing this truck on the subway for probably like 8 miles.
And then jumps in front of a train and tells the conductor at fucking gunpoint to go faster.
Right. As he shoots bullets straight, like just randomly into oblivion.
Just erratically shooting.
I have a theory that the train tracks and all of that scene was basically created because they're like, all right, we need to have Riggs chasing an automobile because it's lethal weapon. It has to happen. Great. We need to spice it up. Okay. Truck on train tracks. Great. We'll make that work. We'll work around that. We got it. Like they just needed to spice it up a bit. I like the effort. Because he's already chased like, Jesus Christ, he is like half dogs. That's all he does is chase fucking cars in this movie and scream at them.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, it's
so if a train and then a train truck and then people chasing after the train truck wasn't enough modes of transportation for you, Riggs steals a motorcycle and chases down Jack Travis, who's driving down the wrong way in the highway on the motorcycle, and then drives off a half-completed bridge and lands on Murtaugh's head.
And of course, the bike explodes, even though it really only fell like 50 feet.
Yeah, the bike not only explodes, the bike also screams along with Riggs.
And then Leo, I cracked the case. Okay. Oh my God, dude. Okay. All right. Okay. I got it. All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
Can I have a gun?
Have a gun.
So after Riggs has a full 5-minute recovery from falling 120 feet,
Yeah, shit.
Leo shows up with the information that Jack Travis owns a housing development out in the desert, and that's where he went. Boom,
And the guys thank them by shooting out all of Leo's tires.
Yeah,
I love it.
by telling him he can't come with them.
You can't come.
They shoot the first one out, and he's like, "No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. I got a spare." And they shoot the other one out.
Boom. I know.
He's like
Fucking
the
assholes.
ultimate good guy in this. Like, say, "Don't worry about it, guys. It's fine. I got a spare."
Again, he's
wants to
the
be
little
friends.
cousin. Yeah, he's the little cousin.
Exactly.
He's like the younger neighbor. Like he wants to hang out with the big kids, and they whatever happens, like no matter how helpful he is, they will not let him play. I got a new football, guys. Okay, cool. Yeah, go long, and then they just leave.
Yeah,
He's definitely
Exactly.
top 5 endearing characters in my mind.
Oh yeah,
you gotta love Leo.
Love it.
such a great mascot.
The earring was a little too much.
Yeah, he even makes
Yeah,
a point
yeah.
about that. He's like, I'm not gay. I just got this earring.
That's fine. Okay.
All right, don't hug me too close. You know, you get it. You get it. You get it.
Okay.
You get it.
Because you get too close, Leo gets. Jesus.
So after Leo tells him where to go, the boys head out to the housing development to fucking destroy. And destroy they do. Murtaugh brings his best friend, which is now his revenge pistol. The gun that killed his son Nick's friend. And Riggs just brings himself, and the entire place burns to the ground.
Just like Vietnam all over again, Riggs. Remember that in that first movie when we mentioned Vietnam like 10 times and we never mentioned it again throughout the entire series. It's kind of like that.
It's kind of like that. Yeah, that place does catch fire really fast. Single-handedly because of Riggs.
Oh, yeah.
Fireworks, explosions. Do you think he made a perfect 3 with the fire?
Yeah, definitely.
Like a figure 3 with that truck?
Definitely.
You mean a figure 8?
Yep.
No, a figure 3 because this is the third movie.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's that good.
I bet you if we were able to pan out that it would be a 3. I guarantee it. I all but guarantee it that it would be a 3.
Hilarious.
That'd be amazing.
Cuts back to the montage from the beginning of the movie.
And I mean, this would be the one. As I said, there's a hidden fucking ending. I'm serious.
It doesn't involve Murtaugh's family going into the bathroom where they can all see his genitals.
again.
No. Unfortunately, it wasn't as
Doesn't involve
sexual
that?
as I was
No.
looking for. But I'm serious. You're not
That's
taking
a
it
shame.
seriously. There's a fucking hidden ending.
So anyways, before we get to the hidden ending, before the boys go in and start destroying, Lorna shows up because why wouldn't Lorna show up? She's female Riggs.
Right.
She knows kung fu.
Riggs and Lorna start making out, and Murtaugh goes, "Oh, you're kissing now, huh?" And then Riggs decides to siphon out some gasoline after swallowing only 8 mouthfuls of gasoline.
The fact that he knows exactly the brand of gasoline.
Right. And then drives that gasoline leaking truck around the site. After that, Murtaugh sets the whole thing on fire.
I am just astounded. I mean, because that truck is Swiss cheese by the time he gets it back. It doesn't catch one bullet. He's magical.
Yeah. The fact that the thing didn't blow up is crazy.
We need to look at the Mythbusters episode on that one.
Oh, yeah. So after Riggs sets the housing development on fire, Jack Travis...
Just like Vietnam, right, Riggs?
It's such an absurd statement.
When we burned all those villages.
Fire, the smell. Reminds me of Vietnam. Right, Riggs? You were special forces.
Riggs is like, no, it doesn't remind me of that at all because we haven't killed a bunch of innocent people here.
I don't hear children screaming.
We can bring some in. You want me to... I can kill some more kids for you, Riggs.
Yeah, killing kids kind of got me blood boiling again. I love it.
I feel alive again.
So after Riggs sets it all on fire, Jack Travis comes down, tries to kill Riggs, and tries to kill Lorna. But Riggs saves Lorna's life. But wait, she gets shot by Travis. But wait,
no.
she's wearing a bulletproof vest. But wait, he has
thank God.
cop killers. But wait, Riggs goes off on a fucking tangent. And then, I don't know.
It's basically Inception of bulletproof vests.
Right.
It's a vest within a vest within a vest.
It is.
Exactly.
And she's saved.
Also, you gotta love slow motion shooting in the 90s. Let's just make this dramatic scene not dramatic at all. Just make it really corny instead.
This whole ending was great, but it was kind of like an orgy of action. You know what I mean? It was just like, it's hard to know.
Yeah.
What if your finger is where's your dick? Who knows? It's in someone, but you can't tell.
It's
You can't tell.
oversaturated.
Yeah,
And that's when you stop asking questions. So, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, it was just an orgy of fire and bullets.
And a very angry mustache.
I also do love the line that Riggs says when he goes after Jack Travis. He goes, "I'm gonna eat your heart out." Starts running at him.
Dude.
It's like, dude, run faster.
I was gonna say, he said, "I'm gonna rip out your eyes" or something like that.
He says that too.
Your heart. Yeah.
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 I bet you he probably said that to his ex-girlfriend on that voicemail too, and the other one she didn't record.
Wait, that was ad-libbed. So then Jack Travis coming at Riggs with a bulldozer. Murtaugh throws him the gun with the cop killers. Riggs fires off a few rounds, kills Travis.
Yeah. Armor-piercing bullet through the bulldozer.
Then Riggs runs back to
Ex-cop
Lorna. Ex-cop killer. Yeah, that's the thing. Riggs had all the good one-liners in this movie.
Dude, Murtaugh missed out on a perfect one with that axe. Because he just goes, "Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
You should have axed first."
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God.
That's another thing. I glossed over that. Murtaugh killed someone with a hatchet like Gimli from Lord of the Rings.
And like
Axe
laughed it
now,
off.
fire later. That's exactly where you need to be. It's just been revoked.
I'll have what he's having.
All right, Danny, you can stop now.
I bet his favorite. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, I felt like you two just like smacked heads together.
I know. Who's your favorite singer? Let me guess. Axl Rose.
Oh my God.
God damn it.
I'm gonna go. I feel nauseous.
So anyway, the boys kill Travis. Lorna survives, and the whole gang leaves happily ever after destroying a massive real estate investment that a lot of people are going to have a lot of questions about.
Just a few.
Axe marks the spot.
Oh my God. Stop it! Stop it!
We got plenty. I'm here all day, guys.
I know you do. It hurts. I feel like I got like flicked in my nuts. Like not like actually hit, but just that really nagging like,
Ask me about my axe puns.
Oh my God.
For all our audience out there, send in your axe punks to our Instagram page.
Yes.
I fucking quit.
All right. So cutscene to Murtaugh's last day in the force. He's trying to get a nice quiet tub jerk in when his family busts in through the door and feels no awkwardness after seeing their dad's exposed dick just floating there in the tub and giving him a cake.
Hey, at least his wife puts a little towel down on top of him, you know?
She doesn't put a towel down.
No.
Did she not? Oh, that was another.
No. Yeah, how many times has his family seen their dad's dick?
They see his dick a lot. They see
It's
his dick
not
all
normal.
the time.
I feel like you have to acknowledge it though, because it probably is. This guy's an action hero. It's got to be big.
Leo makes he makes a blowjob joke and a dick joke.
Yeah. Leo acknowledges it. Leo's impressed.
Yeah, how's Rick staying underwater that long? It's like, blowjob joke.
Hey!
Love it. But Murtaugh tells his family that he's not retiring yet. Not for another 10 years.
Ask me later.
And then Leo walks in, telling him that he sold the house, and then makes a blowjob joke. As Max already alluded to. And then the movie ends.
But if you fast forward to the end, the guys roll up on another fucking Bob threat, and they're like, should we go in? Should we do it? And it blows up before they even get in there, and they have to throw it in reverse, and they're freaking out because no one's going to believe that they didn't get out of the car.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Ah, shit. I'm gonna have to watch that.
It's great. And so in the basically the words of the immortal Tim, gadoosh.
Gadoosh.
A gadoosh. And that was Lethal Weapon 3, everybody.
Woo!
Lethal Weapon 3, like I said, I think the third best movie in the series, but still, every single Lethal Weapon movie is head and shoulders above every other movie made, so it's still a fantastic film.
And we're going to make it to 4, aren't we?
We're going to make it to 4, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bittersweet moment for me. This has been the best month of my life.
And we got the coronavirus.
Yeah.
This is the best month ever.
I don't want to end.
And Tim's been quarantined by his job.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't care. Still Lethal Weapon month.
Yeah.
Full steam ahead, gentlemen. Full steam ahead.
All right, boys. So who is your favorite and least favorite characters?
Leo's my favorite. He's so fucking endearing in this one. I just want to keep him in my pocket and bring him around. Like, if I'm having a bad day, I would love to just hear that. Okay. Like, that would be great. My least favorite is Jack's mustache. I feel
Really?
like
Your least favorite?
I feel like it could have been a little bit bigger. Just
That's a good
bigger.
point.
You know,
Like
this
the
one
American
it was
Chopper guy's
too,
mustache.
yeah. I mean, he looked like a. I'm gonna be honest. He loved hockey in this movie, and he looked like a fucking hockey coach, except washed up and alcoholic, and has a tendency to shoot people in the face. But he's my least favorite.
I'm gonna say my favorite's Murtaugh's girdle.
That's a good. It certainly did the most work in the movie.
Oh my
Yep.
goodness!
Made him look nice and slim. Kept that belly from showing. And My least favorite is going to be the lack of axe puns.
Good choice, Max.
You don't get any more axe puns. Your quota has been reached.
Axe gonna
Max.
give it to you.
Oh my God.
I love the axe puns. Keep going.
Man, you smell bad. It looks like you need to have some axe.
Uh,
All right, now I'm exhausted. I've exhausted my axes.
All right. Well, my favorite, easily, Murtaugh's new boo. The armored truck driver. She was fantastic. And I gotta tell you, I think if I was Murtaugh, I would have dumped Trish for her. Anyways.
Devil in the sheets, and then she'll take you to church on Sunday.
Exactly,
right.
Max.
Spread the devil away.
And my least favorite character is Lorna Cole. I mean, Lorna, have the decency to be as hot as Rinka.
Yeah.
Please. Anyways.
Yeah, look, we're the tits, huh?
Yeah. Actually, this is first two movies had tits in them.
Yep.
No tits in the third one.
Oh my
God,
God,
damn,
you're
Travis,
right.
dude.
There weren't any.
So,
Fuck.
It's a shame.
But we still got to see Riggs fucking half naked the entire movie.
which is good. That's fine. I'm
No,
happy
I mean,
about
yeah.
that.
Again, more ripped than he was in the other two movies. Fucking shredded in this.
I hear that HGH is awesome.
That's what I've heard too.
Joe Rogan says the same.
Yep. So does Mel Gibson.
Yep. All right, boys. What's your rating for this movie?
I give this 10 boxes of doggy treats out of Billy flying through a plate glass window. Hi, Billy. Bye, Billy.
I'm going to give this the 25 axe puns that I've done.
Fuck.
Out of the alternate take from Jaws where Quint and Hooper just start fucking on the boat floor after trading scarf stories. And the shark just swims away because he just doesn't want to get in the middle of these two drunk seamen.
Oh, they become the Spanish ladies. I understand now. Okay.
Yep. And then
That's
Hooper
a horrible image. That's worse than Pence getting bent over a fucking desk, or not Pence, fucking Giuliani. That is such a worse image.
Seeing Robert Shaw and fucking Richard Dreyfuss is going to town.
Oh my God, and dude, just Shaw just pouring schnapps all over Dreyfuss.
The Chief Brody just like jumps into the shark's mouth just directly.
Exactly.
I'm fucking out of this shit.
Fucking Brody.
What's your rating, Tim?
My rating is the one emergency phone call I had to make to my doctor because I had an erection that lasted longer than 4 hours after watching this movie. Out of the hundreds of scars that Lorna must have new scars that Lorna must have left on Riggs after that sexual cavalcade.
It's like you got attacked by
Burning
a porcupine.
cigarettes.
Yeah. I love this series so much. It's so good. I've fallen in love with Mel like all over again. I think I went into a little bit of that in the last episode. I am just head over heels, and I'm doing my best to separate the art from the artist.
You have to. Otherwise,
yeah,
you're a piece of shit, Sean.
Yeah.
I mean, you really couldn't root for anybody in Hollywood anymore if
No.
you couldn't separate the art from the artist at this point.
All you got is Tom Hanks. That's it.
Yeah, and he might die soon, so.
Yeah. That's the spirit.
All right, everyone. That was Lethal Weapon 3. We'll see you next week for Lethal Weapon 4 with Jet Li and, other Asian people.
There you go. Good save.
Oh, well done, sir.
Oh, I appreciate
Well
it.
done.
Thank you.
That was fun. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Bye. Deuces, fuckers.
Goodbye. Goodbye.